Early fall, cool mornings, changing leaves, and perfect conditions for trout fishing. I started the day with one of my favorites, the Panther Martin spinner. Simple, reliable, and deadly for fall trout. After a fun day on the water, I set up camp nearby. Nothing fancy, just me, the creek, and a fire. Dinner was simple. The trout I caught earlier and a little lamb cooked over the fire. Fresh, smoky, and well earned. It doesn't get much better than this. Fall trout, good food, and the quiet of the outdoors. Welcome back to another video. So I'm down here on the creek. We're actually going to be doing some trout fishing today. It's finally that time of year. Fall's just kicking in here in Pennsylvania. And I actually did fish this stretch of river earlier this year, I think back in May. And I was able to get on a few brown, a couple rainbow. And then after that, we're going to head to a campsite. And hopefully we'll be doing a catch and cook with some trout. And I also have some other stuff we're going to cook with it. Let's show you real quick what we're going to use and get on some fish. Alrighty, so today we're gonna be throwing some inline spinners. So right here is what we're gonna be throwing. These are 1/16 ounce inline spinners. This right here is the first one we're gonna use. I like this, has that little red feather on the bottom there. So hopefully we can get some reaction strikes with that lure. And I also have two of these. One is black and yellow, and one is white and red. So all three of these lures have the single hook. And I am going to be doing some catch and release. I'm not big on treble hooks when I'm releasing these trout back in the water. But let's get on the water and see what we could do. And also what we're going to be using is my St. Croix 6'6" light action rod. I have this with a Daiwa Fuego 1000 size reel. And we have 6-pound braid with a 4-pound fluorocarbon leader. And that's the lure tied on. Just have that tied on with a uni knot. Alrighty guys, let's see what we could do here. Like I said, I did fish this river once before. I was really worried because I booked this spot a few weeks back and we haven't had any rain. But a couple days ago, we got like 2 inches of rain. So it definitely helped this creek out a lot. Looks pretty good right now. Let's give it a shot. First cast. Definitely still pretty shallow through right through here. It's pretty calm through here. I'm probably gonna head upstream. That's where I was able to get on the fish last time I was here. I think I would cast around here a few times and just to see. It's pretty shallow. Hopefully up ahead it won't be as shallow as this. Let's try upstream. Let's try over here. It still seems pretty shallow here, but let's give it a few casts. Hopefully it gets deeper. Looks so good in the water. Pretty clear water. I got a little bit later start than I wanted to this morning. But you know how that goes. Not much going on right here. Alright, so coming up on some current here. Still shallow though. I thought maybe all that rain we got would definitely help out. Yeah, that's way too shallow. Let's keep moving down. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get on some fish. I'm sure they're still in here. This looks like a nice spot, guys. The deepest part of the creek slash river I found so far. There's a rock over here I want to get on. Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, this looks pretty good right here. Deepest part of the river. There's a fish. All right. What do we got here? Ooh, he's pulling drag. Wow. This might be a keeper, guys. Nice brown. If we land them, we're keeping them. All right. Yeah. Look at that guy. That's perfect eater too, guys. There he is, guys. We dispatched him already. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm not that far from my truck. I'm gonna go throw him on ice, bleed him out, and then I'm gonna come back in this hole and try to get on some more. He's the only one I'm gonna keep. He's a perfect eater size, but I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Okay guys, we got one. We're back here. Like I said, we got that trout on ice. So yeah, we're gonna be cooking over the fire. Actually got some lamb chops as well. It's gonna go perfect with that trout. See if there's any more here. That was a beautiful brown. Ooh, I just got hit again, I think. Yep. All right, next cast, guys. That's another brown. This is a little, oh, it's a rainbow. Little rainbow, all right. I thought it was another brown. Let me wet my hand because we're gonna release this guy. Yeah, little guy here, a little rainbow. I'll take it. Like I said, very next cast. See you, dude. Actually, I want to try to get on this other side here where this current is coming through up stream a little ways. Let's see if we can get over there. Let's see if we can get over there, guys. And as you can see, the road is like right here behind me. Very easy to get to this part of the creek. Just trying to figure this out here. Snaky, snaky. Oh, yeah, there's a nice little path here. We got pickers. Ouch. Oh, this is pretty sweet. Oh, this is beautiful over here, guys. I think I gotta shed this sweatshirt soon. It's getting warm here. So you can see where the current comes through. I'm trying to get right in that slack pool. I'm just gonna cast it back to me. Yeah, right there. All right, nothing there. So I'm gonna hit another spot. I'm probably gonna throw my waders on. There's a spot I fished once before on this river. Deep hole, got a couple bites. I'm sure right now it's gonna be loaded with trout just because the river's so shallow. But like I said, we'll throw some waders on, cross the river, and we'll hit one or two more holes before we get to our site. And I'll meet you there. So I found this place where I could pull right over and park. So normally I'll wade down to the section. I think I could get to it from here. I'm not even sure if the river goes down from here, but yeah, nothing down there, guys. I didn't stay very long. Bunch of people, so this is definitely gonna be a good spot to come back to, especially like in the winter time when nobody's out fishing. Alrighty, nothing down there. So I'm gonna head to the camping spot and see if I know there was people there last night that the spot I'm going to. Check-in's not till 3 o'clock, and right now it's only noon. So we'll see if they're there. If not, we'll find somewhere we can make some lunch and kind of go from there. So let's just hope that nobody's there and we'll be able to get all set up and see how it goes. So I got here to their site. It's pretty nice. Nobody really close to me. There's a spot maybe down 100 yards. That's the closest spot. So we're gonna get some stuff out of the back. I am gonna have to go try to find some firewood. I did bring a little bit with me, but definitely not to last me for the whole night. But like I said, let's get unloaded and go from there. Alrighty guys, so I got this this MRE we're gonna try. This one is cheese tortellini and tomato sauce. Alright, everything's in this little bag here. Actually, let's move in this chair here. Let's pop this thing open. See a little thing of Tabasco sauce right off the bat. Let me grab my knife here. Oh. Alright, now that I got my knife, you gotta work smarter, guys, not harder here. I like this. Check that out. A little bottle of Tabasco. I wonder how old that is. That's awesome. That's definitely going in it. We're gonna try some of the tortellini without it, and then we'll dump this in as well. Alright, that's the tortellini right there. That's a bag for the drink, whatever drink that came with it. And here's the bag to heat it up. We're gonna do that first, because these take a while, maybe 10 minutes or so. Basically with these bags, all you do is you put the food in this, And then there's a water level right here. You just fill it up to the water. They don't always work. Most of the time they do, but I've had a few where I had to get out my propane stove and heat it up with. Like I said, we're just gonna pop that in here just like this. And then we're just gonna throw some water in here. These horse flies are pissing me off. So here we go. I don't know if you could see it, but the water is like right in the middle of the two lines here. So we're just gonna set this up right here, just like that. Yeah, it's hot. I can feel it through my fingers here. It's been going for about 3-4 minutes. So I kind of screwed the bag up. So I tore it off here. There was a section I was supposed to tear off right here. So I lost this much bag, which basically means I can't fold it over. This is the top where the food is. I tore it out the arrows. I don't know, but it's heating up, so let's see what else we have in here. Right here we have a lemon lime drink. In here it's just electrolyte powder. You just add 12 ounces to this. So I was just gonna open this drink up here. Just gonna add like 12 ounces of water to that. Let's give it a shot. That's pretty good. It's got a gonna mix it up here. Mix it with the spoon. Let's try the pound cake. I have my doubts with this thing, but oh, it smells good though. Don't eat that. Wow, this is actually really good. It says it's applesauce. Tastes like cinnamon though. That's really good. Shockingly good. Well, I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, all the different MREs I had, the snacks, this is probably the best one. Wow. I really do like this. We have some oven roasted peanuts. Try a couple of these. Here they are. Amazes me how they stay so fresh. Who knows how well they are? I don't even know when they were manufactured. And before the main course, crackers in the spread here. These are probably going to be broken when I open them. Yeah. Actually, it didn't break. That's a first. Throw some of that spread on there. Just like that. Kind of reminds me of Nutella. I could have swore I had this once before and it wasn't as good, but who knows? Like down here, this is like super hot, guys. Like I literally can't touch it, like right through here. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's hot through here. Even here. Wow. But up here it's cold. Actually, let's put the part that's cold on the bottom, where all the heat is, and then we'll give it a few more minutes. That should be good. I'm gonna throw it right on this plate. So if it's not hot enough, I'll just throw it in the, we'll just heat it up on the stove if not. Try a couple without the Tabasco. Kind of tastes like Chef Boyardee. Let's try it with the Tabasco here. There we go. Yeah, much better with the Tabasco. All right, so I'm gonna finish this up real quick. Relax for a little while, and there's a small stream I want to fish with brook trout. So I actually brought some live worms with me. See if we can get on a couple natives. I'll meet back up with you on the water here in a little bit. Alrighty, so I have the creek right behind me. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna use. So I just have a little small, tiny little hook right there. And then up about a foot or so, I have two tiny split shots. And then I went out in my yard last night to get some worms. And they're small. See that? They're not night crawlers, they're really small, tiny little red worms there. Just like that. Dip it in this first hole and see if we can get on some fish. Alright guys, so we got this little hole here. Not much of a hole, but let's just dip this worm down there and see if there's anything down there. Actually, let's try over here in the foam. See all that foam over there? And drop it in there. God, it's so shallow. I do have a little hole right here. I did try to fish this last time I was here and I didn't get any bites. Get a float on here. Got him. What is it? Is it a creek chub or a trout? Yeah, it's a little green sunfish or a little bluegill. Right there, look at that. It's aquarium size. That didn't go very well. I did get the one bluegill. So I'm gonna head back to camp and then get a fire going and we will start dinner. Should be a good one tonight, so we'll see you back at camp. Cheating today. Alrighty, so we're gonna start seasoning the meat. As the fire's getting ready, this is what we're gonna make. I have 4 lamb loins, Australian lamb loins. So we're gonna make these with the trout. I have the 2 fillets in here. So with the trout, I'm just gonna season them and just cook them in butter. Cook them in a frying pan. But the lamb chops we're gonna cook right on the open fire. Show you a little hack here, guys, that I made. Basically all this is a pill bottle. I just put my most common seasonings that I use, like got salt, pepper, garlic, MSS. This is Montreal steak seasoning, paprika. This is rosemary, garlic. And this one right here is garlic, onion, pepper, and salt. So we're going to be using this one today. The Montreal steak seasoning here. So this much season will basically hold for like a weekend. Basically what I do is when I get back, I just top it off and it's ready to go for my next trip. Like I said, there's 4 of them here. I gotta get these on now, guys. We're actually gonna be getting rain here. Hoping it holds off till I get these cooked. All right, we're gonna put on these trout. You can see I filleted them. Just gonna put some of your slap your mama on the one side, skin still on. This is like a Cajun seasoning if you've never used it. Great on any type of seafood. As you can see, didn't even flip the lamb yet. So we're gonna eat the fish first and the potatoes, and then we want to let that rest at least for 10 minutes or so when it's done. I'm just trying to get a rush on things just because, like I said, we're gonna get some rain. Of course we weren't supposed to, you know how that goes. Yeah, look at that, guys. We're gonna leave this one in the pan for now. Get the mash here. These things are great, guys. If you ever never used them, it's just instant mash. You just add water to it. So when you're out here camping, it's a perfect thing to use. Mix these up a little bit here. See that? Nobody can mess them up really, unless you add too much water, but nice and creamy right here. Fire's on good now. Don't want to fall in the fire. Wow, that is so hot, bro. Now that I moved that back, it's getting even more heat, so they should only take a few more minutes. All right, there it is. We got the trout, brown trout, and the mashed potatoes. Let's try the trout first. There's some trout. Very good. I'm telling you guys, if you want to cook some trout with just one spice, slap your mama is the way to go. Butter and slap your mama. So good. Brown trout is probably my favorite. So yeah, this trout is definitely wild. Had pretty red meat. So a lot of the trout I catch and cook, it's mostly stock fish, which it's fine, but it's white meat. That's how you could always tell if it's an easy way to tell once you fillet a fish if it's wild or not. That other fillet I should have kept. My wife loves trout. Should have saved it for her though. But sorry. Yeah, another little trick too also. So I'm not a big fan of skin. I'll show you real quick. But what I do is I cook it with the skin on, as you can see. So when the trout is done, all you gotta do is get it with a fork and it literally comes right off the skin, see? And I do it that way just because oh man, the smoke. But I do it that way just because the meat's a lot more moist than if you were to take the skin off and just fry it up that way. Which once again, it's fine, but it just dries out the meat sometimes. Check that out. How good does that look, guys? Like I said, we're gonna let those rest for about 10 minutes. We'll see how they taste. So they cool down for maybe about 10 minutes. Let's see how they taste. And I always make mine around medium. Just like that. There's nothing better. I'm telling you, Montreal steak seasoning on lamb. It doesn't get much better than that. Alrighty guys, so I'm just gonna finish these up real quick. Sit by the fire and I will see you soon. It's about 7 o'clock right now. It's gonna be getting dark here real soon, probably within the next 15-20 minutes. I'm just gonna enjoy the campfire. So this right here is definitely my favorite part of camping. Being out all day, doing some fishing, perfect weather, and actually talking about weather, I guess the rain held off here. Radar was showing a pretty big blob over me and didn't sprinkle, didn't do anything. But nothing beats this. You know, just sitting by the campfire, no screens, no phones, no tablets, just enjoying nature. The way it was meant to be. But I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit and then maybe I'll meet back up with you in a little while. Good morning. So I got camp all packed up, heading back down here on the river. I got 2 rods, got a spinner, and I have my live bait rod with me. So yesterday when I was here, I did mention there was a few different people here. The one hole I wanted to fish that looked awesome, there was somebody fishing in. So I'm gonna try to catch at least one more fish before this video ends. We'll see what we could do. But I'll meet you at the first hole. Hear the water. I don't see anybody. Yeah, check this out. We got a lot of current coming through here. Oh man. Like I said, I'm sure it's very highly pressured, but I wanted to bring my live bait too in case this doesn't work, the spinner. And yeah guys, about 10 casts in. No takers. Try drifting a worm through the hole maybe. I go back to my truck to get my worms. Left them in the cooler here. Like I said, this spot's so highly pressured. I'm not surprised I didn't get a bite there on the spinner. I know trout could resist the red worms. Nothing on the worm over here either. That's gonna do it. No fish down here. I fished down here for probably about an hour. I think I might have gotten 1 or 2 little nibbles. But I had a great day out here. Caught 2 fish actually I caught 3 fish yesterday, 2 trout, and that 1 small little bluegill. Cooked up some great food, cooked up that brown trout, which was delicious. Made the lamb chops. But all in all, it was a great day down here on the river. But like always, if you like this video, if you'd please give me a thumbs up and maybe think about subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you and have a great day.